Millennials change everything up, right? Every generation has its own demands and desires. And I think, going back to that pyramid of hierarchy of needs, I mean, everyone understands that we have commodities, goods, and services, right? And I think millennials are tired of that. They want experiences. They want the story. They want to be able to relate and have the products that they consume, fulfill their lifestyle needs. And I think the majority of products on the shelf just don't do that. They're irrelevant. And so if you are a CPG in that fast-moving consumer goods space, it's super important you embrace the idea of experiential design.
It has made a significant change in our thought process. I think it's really a thought process because millennials think differently. One, they like to share. Two, they like things personalized to them. They want to make sure you are addressing their individual concern while really enabling them to communicate with their peers. And the third thing and most important thing is that millennials don't think like their parents. So the more we start addressing their needs based on how they think, and the fact they grew up in the digital age really is the key for driving growth with millennials.
Aging in oak barrels for up to 3 years and figure out how to talk about that in my package. So people say Tabasco, that's a cool brand. You hear the story that I had no idea it was aged for 3 years in oak barrels, right? And I think for a millennial, that's a super important thing, how the product is made. And so that's something that would be good to tell on the package.
We actually launched this year our first new brand for 25 years. It's called Wicked Kitchen. And that's designed specifically with millennials in mind. So it has a different look and feel. It has different food inside because they want different food. So we've changed that from, to a much more holistic experience than we perhaps had in the past. So millennials are, obviously a big growth opportunity, and you can start to see if you follow them. There's a lot of sort of segmentation within millennials, which to me leads to more opportunity to create more focused and more effective products and packaging for them.
Keeping track of all these changes in consumer behavior. So consumer behaviors are changing every day, specifically with millennials who are very challenging to actually figure out exactly what they want, right? So I think trying to map out trends and stay on top of it is always a challenge.
If our packaging strategy for millennials is make it cool, make it something that they want to think is cool holding it in their hand,